Hey sports fans, how y'all doing? Good to see you again. Actually, I'm glad to see anybody who isn't wearing a doctor's white coat or a nurse or anybody else who works in a doctor's office or a hospital. I've been there, I've done that for 3 weeks, and I'm done. Okay? No more. I don't want to be sick. Sick and tired of it. But the other side of the coin, just to throw a little anecdote here, while I was on my way to take my wife to a doctor's appointment last week, I got a speeding ticket. Worst of all, speeding ticket in a school zone, an active school zone. It's in a neighborhood school up the road. I drive by it, 100 times a month. Just wasn't paying attention, I wasn't feeling good, and just, blew the whole thing. So now I'm trying to take a driver safety course to reduce the cost of the ticket, which was $246. And then the driver safety course erases any marks on your license. So that's pretty much it from there. So, geez, I got a lot to catch up on. I'm not sure if I can get my whole script done, but I'll try. The March for Life. That looked like a pretty damn good event all over the country, and they say they're reporting all over the world. So I think that must have grabbed some attention. I said it before and I'll say it again. Running around in a group, so to speak, or even individually, waving a placard and yelling, raising your voice, that's all well and good. That gets somebody's attention, good or bad. But then what you've got to do is you got to sustain it. You got to keep it going. You got to put together a group. You got to come up with a plan and a scheme to try to accomplish the goal of reducing deaths from guns. Whether it's an AR-15 or whatever it is, you got a hard row to hoe. It's the Second Amendment, it's in the Constitution. So you have to work within the structure to try to reduce the likelihood of something happening. So we wish him well. We wish him well. Now what was the other thing? The Congress, the House and the Senate passed a bill, spending bill for $1.3 trillion. That's trillion with a T. Now I thought, like I said, I'm kind of down the middle, so I'm either, issue here or an issue there. So I think I would take issue over here as to the conservative point of view. Now, of course, the words that I heard were, we got to give more money to the military. Okay, I agree with that. So we have to spend more. But holy mackerel, 1.3 trillion, and that's only through the end of September. So what's going to come next? And then today, along that same line, I'm reading that there were rumblings in the White House, or talk, or tweets, I'm not sure which, that he might get the military to pay for the wall. You remember the wall. So anyways, if you're going to spend 1.3 trillion to improve the military, where the heck are you going to get the money out of the military budget to pay for the wall? I think that's foregone conclusion that this is an issue that will hardly ever get resolved to everybody's satisfaction. And then on top of that, you got the Dreamers, where we were supposed to balance the budget bill with the Dreamer situation. Never happened, so the Dreamers are still hanging out there. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. Let's talk about Facebook. Oh my God, 50 million people's information they acquired? What the hell is that all about? Now I suppose, on an individual basis, my information is I don't know, I guess it's mine, I own it, and yet I watched something today earlier that when you sign up for an app or you sign up for a program, you need to look at the rules and the regulations, and in there it tells you what they can do, what they can't do or shouldn't do with your personal information. So we need to be careful. We don't need to go off half-cocked and start canceling Facebook. Although I went up and I tried to reduce some of the information that was shown there. But if I've been on Facebook for enough time, everything's out there anyway. So just, pay attention to what you're doing. Then the president says he's concerned about Amazon, being the be-all to everything shopping-wise. And he's probably not that far from wrong. I mean, you got Amazon, so I go to Amazon for a lot of things that I want. And then the other side of the coin is Walmart. Those are the only two. I mean, one of them's local. It's like a one-stop shop. Just about, clothes and drugs and prescriptions and car repairs, etc., etc., etc. Walmart's got it, plus food. Now I've got another grocery store, H-E-B, and they're basically just food. They're right across the street. So, Amazon and Walmart, those are the only two places I normally go. There are no other mom and pop shops. Car repairs and stuff like that, real estate, etc., etc. But there are no, there's only one clothing store that I'm aware of here in Belton, Texas. And that's been around for 100 years. It's like a general department store. Something like a Macy's or something similar to that. So let me take a sip here because I'm losing my voice again. I can't win for losing. Hot tea. The pause that refreshes. All right, then the other story, which is a real heartbreaker, is this military veteran who came into this country when he was 8 years old. His parents brought him across. However, he did have a green card. And he served a couple visits to Afghanistan or Iraq, I'm not sure which, I think it was Afghanistan. And now because somewhere along the way he was involved in drug dealing on a somewhat, minor amount, and he spent time in jail. So, the immigration rules say if you've got that kind of situation, they're gonna send you back over the wall. And of course he's got a family, wife, children. God only knows what that's all about, but it just, when they say something's rotten in Denmark, it smells like there's something rotten in Denmark. And then, of all people, who comes back on TV? Roseanne. Didn't watch the show. I did hear my wife laughing. She was watching it, and I know my daughter was watching it. I did read the reviews. Yeah, so-so. Something to think about. So we're getting kind of towards the end. I may have gone through this a little too fast, but my voice is going again. The other thing I saw here was Burning Man. I'm sure you might understand what Burning Man is. It's that free-for-all out in California, week-long event. They burn the man or whatever that thing is. It's artistic, it's hippy-dippy, whatever. It's out of the ordinary. Anyways, they sell tickets. Tickets went on sale and they were sold within 30 minutes. And I think they say they sell like 60 plus thousand tickets at $485 a crack. So if that's your thing and you haven't got your ticket, you might be too late to the party. So the only other thing I want to mention, I subscribe to a guy a young man called Boogie 2988. He's the overweight gentleman that has gone through the operation to cut your stomach and reduce your food intake. He has a character that he creates, Francis. It's like a young juvenile delinquent. He's got a real unique voice, but it's real childlike. And if you don't subscribe to him, give him a look. He's interesting. He's gone through this gastric reduction program, ended up getting a divorce. That's gotta suck. So anyways, one more thing before I go. I want to make sure, this one says, support your local library. Very important. They need to know that there's somebody out there who appreciates what they're doing. And support your local museum. Last Saturday I was down at the Temple Railroad Heritage Museum and we were doing a Harry Potter themed train trip. Had a hell of a good crowd, So please remember either one. Give it a go, folks. That's basically it for now. Hopefully I'll keep recuperating and I will be well again. So, as my old friend from PBS used to say every Friday night, well, okay, I thought I'd just throw in a little bit of a B-roll here. This is my backyard. It's been raining pretty much since 5 o'clock last night. And so everything is what you call nice and green. We got some crepe myrtles, and we have maple trees. And then we got another maple tree that's running behind the first one. And then down here it's down to another crepe myrtle. So it's just everything is wet and clean and green. Just thought I'd show that off a little bit. Later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.